Coming up on SAU News, the university offers some academic relief during the COVID-19 crisis by approving an optional pass-fail grading policy.
Stories from the storm. Students and faculty are still recovering from an Easter Sunday tornado that shut down the campus for an entire week.
Local churches are staying connected with at-home congregations thanks to media-savvy students producing the live stream worship service.
All this and more coming up. SAU News starts now. Hi, I'm Paola Mora. Welcome to SAU News, a production of the TV News Reporting class in the School of Journalism and Communication. I am reporting from my on-campus apartment in Collegedale.
And I'm Nick Cox, reporting from near Houston, Texas. Since spring break, our SAU News team has been dispersed to their respective hometowns all over the USA, where they're contributing stories to the newscast.
Here's a look at our top stories for this last week of April.
The administration is giving undergraduate students the opportunity of taking a pass-fail grade as a result of the pandemic and the recent tornado. The policy only applies to winter semester, but students will be able to choose on a class-by-class basis after final grades are posted. An online form is available for students to petition for a grade change, but administrators strongly encourage students to speak with their academic advisors should they want to convert pass-fail grades. It could affect placement in certain graduate and professional programs. Students have until May 22 to make the choice, but once a grade conversion has been made, students may not reverse their decision.
Thousands were affected by the tornado that hit Chattanooga late on the night of Easter Sunday. Storm victims include many in our own Southern family. I was able to interview a couple of students who experienced the tornado firsthand.
Behind me, you can see the Healthy Wellness Center here at Southern Adventist University. In front of it, a huge tree was knocked down.
The thunderstorm spread to the south the night of April 12. Though it caused damage and flooding, the biggest destruction came from the F3 tornado that followed it. The tornado that swept through Collegedale left Southern's campus with fallen trees and debris to clean up, but there was minimal structural damage to the university. Due to a widespread outage of power and Wi-Fi, Southern canceled online classes for that entire week. Pastoral Care Jr. Omar Barbosa lives by Winding Creek, a university-owned housing near campus. Barbosa had to work the night of the storm. She was shocked at what she saw the next morning when she came back to her apartment.
It looked like a war zone. It looked like a bomb had exploded and the trees were all shattered and on the floor, branches all over the places.
A tree fell on the car of Barbosa's sister-in-law. Insurance told her that the car was not repairable. Film production junior Bryant Oy also saw the damage of the tornado firsthand. Oy lives in East Brainerd, just 10 minutes away from Southern. In his area, buildings were destroyed, power lines were cut, and there was flooding on the streets. However, Oy says that what scared him the most was not knowing what was coming next.
There's a bunch of panic about this whole pandemic thing. And then, on top of that, we just got hit by a natural disaster. So there's even more changes happening.
Oy's house did not get their power back until last Sunday night, which he says has put him behind some classes.
I am standing in front of the Healthy Wellness Center again. It has been more than a week since that tornado hit. The tree that had fallen down just here has already been removed. Similar improvements have been made around the area as roads are cleaned up, power is restored, and debris is picked up. However, with businesses damaged and houses destroyed, full recovery has not yet taken place. For SAU News, I am Paola Mora reporting.
If you'd like to contribute financially to the tornado relief efforts, visit the Red Cross website.
This week, I took a look at how churches, including my own, are producing live stream content for their congregations. It's something I know because I'm a volunteer on my church's AV crew. Congregations who have decided to practice social distancing are noticing drastic differences in the way they worship together. In the United States, many churches with resources have been resorting to live stream services and events. Thousands of churches and millions of people have recently turned digital as most services have been canceled around the country. Here is a photo of my church. It is a humble church-school combo where members normally meet on a weekly basis. Before the virus, we had only one camera and one audio mixer. Following the outbreak, we invested in 3 more cameras, a live streaming platform, a new laptop, new tripods, and much more. The church usually has an attendance of about 200 people, but with the new live streaming format, we have almost 1,000 members weekly. Sticking to the 6-foot social distancing rule, volunteers and staff have been maintaining their health while still producing a quality broadcast for the community.
Maybe it's time to listen to that still small voice that will whisper, because God has hushed the world.
Many churches have taken this opportunity to grow and expand their online platforms. And this time in history marks the start of a change in the way churches do their ministries. For SAU News, I'm Nick Cox.
The coronavirus has taken us through many unexpected changes. SAU News reporter Hannah DeBanzo reports that those who had wedding plans are feeling a bit disappointed.
Senior chemistry major James Chen and graduate Sierra Eklund were set to get married May 24 of this year. Postponing is not an option.
So James, he is going to medical school end of July. So we really can't postpone because it starts to interfere with when we're moving and it starts to interfere with what we're doing. So our best idea would just be to elope and then do a 1-year celebration.
While James and Sierra have kept their original wedding date, the thought of not having one has crossed their minds.
The idea that we spent all this money on something that isn't going to happen and things that we can't get refunds for is really, really discouraging.
Although the couple is experiencing a lot of uncertainty during this time, they keep a sense of positivity and say they are willing to be adaptable. While one couple hopes to keep their original wedding plans, I'm standing at the location of where another couple planned to tie the knot. Sophomore business major Mina Saeed and junior psychology major Haley Greer planned to get married by Daniels Hall on July 12 in front of 300 guests. Mina's family is from Egypt, which makes things a bit more complicated.
My family could not come to America in this pandemic.
Until after September 25.
Due to the coronavirus, the U.S. Embassy in Egypt is closed, which makes international travel difficult. With hopes to include Mina's family, they've decided to push back their wedding date.
His brother cannot get a visa until after September 25, so it will be after September 25.
While Mina and Haley begin the search to find a new wedding date and venue, they are thankful they'll be able to have everyone they love there. For SAU News, I'm Hannah DeVonzo.
This time of uncertainty has brought difficulties for all, and as we've seen from these couples, being adaptable is key.
With the abrupt mid-semester shift to distance learning, many on campus were unable to finish the service learning projects required to graduate. What's happening now? SAU News reporter Gia Arroyo brings us the story.
Service learning credit is a general requirement needed to graduate from Southern. Those that haven't met the requirement were sent an email with a list of ideas on how to complete the remaining hours. If those ideas didn't interest them, they were encouraged to think outside of the box and find a creative way to finish them. It was through this email that sophomore general studies major Gabriella Amick was able to continue her project at Siskin Children's Institute in Chattanooga. Normally, she'd spend her time with children by reading to them and playing with them, but now she records herself reading the books and shares it with them.
I was definitely concerned about it because I'm supposed to be graduating in May and I was supposed to be finished by, I think it was April 6th. And I was like, how am I going to do this? But I'm really thankful that I was able to find an idea. Christian Services Program Director Jennifer Carter says there are plenty of opportunities out there in the different cities, states, countries, some in person, and others that can be done remotely. If students need help getting their hours for graduation, I highly encourage them to call or email me. I can only help if there is communication. According to Carter, the university is being very flexible with students, allowing them extra time to finish their hours.
With some not responding to her emails, she worries that they won't be able to find a solution. For SAU News, I'm Gia Arroyo.
If you have any questions or concerns in regards to your service learning hours, please reach out to Jennifer Carter. As the days turn into weeks during this time of self-isolation, you might find yourself in the kitchen more often. SAU News reporter Jake Fisher has a simple recipe for bread that you can do in your own kitchen.
Although flour and water are essential for most bread recipes, you're going to need a few more things.
400 milliliters of water, 1 packet of instant yeast, a total of 650 grams of flour, 50 grams of sugar, 5 grams of salt, and 90 grams of unsalted butter. You'll also need plastic wrap and a little bit of oil. First, combine 100 milliliters of warm water, the packet of instant yeast, and 325 grams of flour into a bowl. Then add the sugar, salt, and half the butter. Stir to combine, then add in the remaining 300 milliliters of water and 325 grams of flour. Mix into a shaggy dough and then turn out onto a floured surface. Knead for 7 to 9 minutes until a smooth, supple dough is formed. Once that's done, oil a large bowl and place the dough inside, rolling the dough to make sure it's evenly coated in oil. Cover with plastic wrap and let sit at room temp for 45 minutes to an hour until the dough is doubled in size. Then, turn out the dough onto a lightly floured surface and punch down the dough. Then, form the dough into a loaf. Tuck the dough under itself to form a good loaf top. Place the loaf into a pan which has been coated in butter, then loosely covered in plastic wrap. Let sit again for 1 hour until it is doubled in size. Brush the loaf down with melted butter, then place into a 400-degree oven for 25 to 30 minutes. Remove it from the oven, brush down with butter again, then serve it to hungry family members.
Could use less salt, but it's good.
Could use less salt.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I disagree. There you have it. A super simple bread recipe that you can do in your own home kitchen. For SAU News, I'm Jake Fisher.
For other recipes, check out YouTubers like Joshua Wiseman or Binging with Babish, who are making it easy to cook from home.
Social media gives us the chance to express ourselves and explore our creative side. Many new trends have burst out onto the scene since quarantine began. Reporter Stefania Sanchez shares the 3 social media moments that are making waves.
Food trends have become recently popular since we've been quarantined. And one of the things that people have been starting to do is a coffee trend. Many of you may have seen it already. It involves instant coffee, some sugar, and water, all equal parts, blended, and it becomes a frothy mix. You can top it on some almond milk or any milk of your choice, and it creates this really sweet, delicious coffee drink.
The Adventist Development of Relief Agency has launched the hashtag #GoodGoesViral campaign. ADRA started the movement to inspire the world to participate in acts of kindness and pray for anyone affected by the COVID-19 crisis. The Good Goes Viral campaign is inspiring everyone to do good by, quote, spreading love and kindness in creative ways that creates connectedness among family, friends, neighbors, and strangers while maintaining social distancing, end quote. The social media platform TikTok has seen an increase of users since quarantine began, with over 800 million users on the app. Making a viral video can be a challenge because new content is created every day. Despite this, 3 Southern students managed to create content that has gained lots of attention.
Hey buddy, are you really gonna stay there all night?
I think I'm in love with the way your nail glitter, the way your hair fall, the way you constantly bite on that coffee straw.
If you are bored during quarantine, finding entertainment on social media is one way to de-stress and stay up to date with the trends of the world. For SAU News, I'm Estefania Sanchez.
That's all the news we have for now. SAU News is a production of the TV News reporting class, which is taught at Southern School of Journalism and Communication. If you have a story idea, drop us a note on our Instagram page at SAU_news. I'm Nick Cox reporting from Houston, Texas.
And I'm Paola Mora reporting from Collegedale. On behalf of our news team, stay safe and be well. See you next week on SAU News.